camera failed. I accidentally stopped recording when I captured you guys with their big surprise moment, so I didn't capture it on my phone even though I thought I was recording. So I need you to retell me the story.
First of all, I had planned on doing something different for our birthday this year. I know that Chris wasn't going to be in Ontario, and she changed her mind coming, so she changed her plans. And so Ryan wasn't going to be there for the weekend, and I was going to be alone and not sure what I planned. And so I thought I'd go spend time with my cousins, and I said, you know what? I think maybe I should just go to Edmonton and surprise Chris, because she did have no plans over there. So I called Matt, and I said, hey, Matt, what do you think I come down and celebrate my birthday there and make it a surprise for Chris? She said, sure, when do you like to come? I said, well, I said I could look into the flights. He said, sure, go ahead. That's a good idea. I said, first of all, I said, well, you got to make sure you let Aretha know, because I don't want Chris to know that I'm coming. So I called Daisy, our friend Daisy's in Edmonton, and I told her my plans, and she says, hey, yeah, that's not a bad idea. Maybe come here and we'll go and pick you up at the airport and bring her at the house and see if Aretha could bring Chris there and tell her that we're going out for lunch. And
Now so I want to know.
yes.
And I want you to answer.
Okay.
Where are we going?
We're going to Daisy's, according to you.
And what are you going to do at Daisy's house?
You're the one that wanted to go to Daisy's place.
Why are we going to Daisy's place?
I don't have a clue. I thought we were just going to go drop off the boxes. But according to you, you got something fishy going on here. And I'm kind of scared. I don't know what I'm going to be. What am I getting into here? Or what is she putting me into now?
Why are you scared? Why would I do anything? Like, do you think it's a bad scared, or it's just an unknown scared?
Unknown scared. It's not a bad scared. It's just I'm afraid that I might see a naked man in front of me pop up, and that's my birthday. Or a male dancer.
A male dancer.
That's the only thing I can think of.
Why do you think?
I think the worst.
Why do you think the surprise costs money?
So you did get a stripper.
No.
Oh, okay.
What? I don't know where you got a stripper from.
Because you said it costs money, so is it?
No, I said, why do you think that the surprise costs money?
Why?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I will have to see it, will I? I have to see it. And then I'll say, gee, you're cheap. She's asking all these crazy questions, and every time she goes out, and Aretha is still occupied with her mother she's just totally exhausted, and it's really getting, I hope this day comes soon. So anyway, so the plan went on and got a flight.
Do you have any clues about what the surprise could be?
No, I don't. I was just on the way there. I'm just trying to think. Now, what would she do? What kind of a thing would she be giving me a surprise party? Supposed to be a surprise.
Okay, but if I was going to give you a surprise party, why would it be during the day when everyone's at work?
Yeah, well, why the hell are you taking me to Daisy's during the day? I thought it would be at least at nighttime. I asked you, what were you doing for the weekends? I said, I'm staying home. I said, I can't really afford to go anyway. Mm-hmm. You said you were going to go and visit Jane for the weekend. Yeah. That was your plan. Mm-hmm. Again, while I was working, that was my last day of work. You asked me if I was still working. I said, yeah.
That was on Monday, May the 8th.
Mm-hmm.
And now I called you or you called me at work.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, well, I've decided to go and visit Joanne in Hamilton.
Yeah.
So instead of going to Jane's,
Yeah.
I wanted to go to. So I said, oh, okay, well, I guess it's because I had it all planned. I was going to leave after May 8th.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to take a trip to go and visit you since you're going to be alone.
Mm-hmm.
But you told me Ryan's not be there.
Yeah.
So I'm planning on thinking of when I should leave, and then I kept telling Aretha, I said, I think I'll just take off. It's time for me to get out of here. I said. And she said, and then Aretha said, no, you can't go. You're wasting money because you're already leaving in July. So I said, yeah, that's true.
We're supposed to go to Ontario in this vehicle.
Yeah.
My mom's like, I'm gonna get a new vehicle. I'm like, so I was trying to distract her with that. I'm like, have you even been looking for a new vehicle? Oh yeah, that's right. I'm like, shouldn't you be shopping or something?
But I just want to go for a couple of weeks. You know, she's going to be alone. Then that's when you called me. You said, well, you decided to go visit Joanna at Hamilton. So I said, well, I guess she's not going to be alone then. Well, I might as well give that up. So I'm still deciding now, because you said you're going to be in Toronto and go visit Joanne.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought, maybe we should just go to Toronto and take a trip anyway, you know. And again, Aretha just all of a sudden, she's got all these plans for me. She's going to get my, massage done. This is my birthday present. Gonna have massage done, my pedicure, and so I said, when's this gonna be over? You know, I'm still thinking of taking off.
Okay, so to recap, we are on our way to Daisy's house.
Yes.
You have no idea why.
No. But now you're telling me we're going for lunch.
Yes, we're going
So
for lunch.
well, that's what we're doing then. We're going for lunch.
Mhm.
Where are we going for lunch?
I don't know yet.
You haven't made up your mind. How the hell am I supposed to plan my menu? What I want to eat? What is so funny? Holy shit.
That's like an
That's a
old
meal.
person. That's like an old person complaining.
It
I'm
is.
unprepared. I don't know what to eat, and I don't know how to make decisions.
Yes.
I need to prepare to make my decisions.
Why, of course. If we're going for lunch, we need to know what we're going to get ahead of time. Not just go in there and find out, oh, okay, what are we having? I don't know. At least if I know where the hell we're going, I know what I want. Holy jeez, this is getting, ridiculous now. She's just counting me. She's on my back. And what are you doing? I thought, holy jeez, is something wrong with this girl? I thought, holy jeez, she was just getting on my nerves by now. This was going around right till the last day that you're here, I guess. And I didn't know, why the hell am I going through this shit where she said literally holding me back. And I wanted to go someplace else, and Hilliard decides to ask for a van. Oh, jeez. And Rita says, we got something planned. Yeah, you go ahead and take the van. And I looked at Aretha and said, that's my car. What are you giving away my car? You're just tying me down. What do you want? Well, we got to go somewhere. I need to go somewhere. I said, well, I got to go to a bulk bar. First I was swiping my card. I was going through all this shit. I wanted, okay, you're going to come right back? No, I'm going to come with you. The bulk bar. What the hell is she going to get at bulk barn? I told her I'm getting my sugar. That's where I get my diabetic sugar. I had to, oh jeez, I'm coming with you. Just wait. I got to get ready. We got something planned. I said, whoa, what? We're going to Daisy. We're going to Daisy for lunch? I got a surprise for you. Surprise! And of course, I think the worst. Suppose she hired a guy down next year. Baby pop out of a cake. I'm getting all these wild ideas. I said, holy shit, what the hell could be a Daisy? Well, I guess we have to go to Daisy's anyways. I bought some more empty boxes. I decided to give it that way. Because I didn't really want to go to Daisy's. I was hungry. I didn't want to go and eat. And that's where I walked in the door and I said, okay.
You came in and...
I said, this better be a damn good
You
lunch.
came in
I was
and
thinking I was starving.
I was in the entrance
Then
there.
I walked in the door
And I said, and I looked at you and you
said,
kind of,
what took you so long?
what took you long to get here?
I screamed. Oh, that was the happiest. I've never had a surprise on my birthday like that.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking, oh, geez, this will be the first birthday I've ever not spent time with Soph. I said, because we always spend our birthday together, no matter what. So I figured, it's always one day. I guess we'll just miss this one. I was thinking. But there she was standing.
Yeah.
What took you so long? That was a big surprise. I really enjoyed that one.
Yeah.
That
Oh,
was
it
a
took a while.
damn good surprise.
I haven't told Michael, and I couldn't tell Michael because I was afraid he might talk to Michelle, and I
Well, Michelle's gonna call me, yeah.
completely forgot to remind to tell Michael, and this morning 5 o'clock in the morning he wishes me happy birthday and I'm still half asleep, and I told him, guess where I am? I'm in Edmonton. What? He says, well, you didn't tell me you're going to Edmonton. I forgot. Anyway, Ryan was happy that I pulled it off. He was so surprised that I managed to pull this all off.
And here we are, our 20th, May 20th birthday. 68. So they pulled it off so good. I'm glad my daughter, boy, I really gave her a hard time. Really.
Well, I was thinking, what is my last thing that I would need to do? Like, what is my breaking point where I would have to tell you? And my only thought was either you were calling me from an airport or the bus station telling me you were getting on.
I did. I had that on my mind. I was just going to go, even spend a couple of days and then come back. I make up my mind.
Yeah, that's what that was. I knew that she does those things, and I trying very hard not to.
It's a good thing. Yeah, when you said you're not going, you're going to Joanne's.
Yeah.
In Hamilton, you're going to visit her in Hamilton. So I figured, well, so much for that.
Yeah.
And then Joanne has.
I had to convince you that I wasn't going to be there, so no use of coming. And I knew that you're humming and hawing there
all the time.
when I called you, and I said,
I'm thinking I'm coming down. I said,
looks like she's planning something. I better stop this somehow.
She was in all of the. She was in all in this too.
I said, Aretha, you gotta help me. I said, Matt, call Aretha. Tell her what our plans are and make sure she doesn't go out of town.
Was our birthday celebration for my mom and my aunt, the Moose Cree Solomon twins.
Right on.
We had a good day, and now we can go home and rest and prepare for another day.
Yeah. Till next year.
Till next year.